How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today is actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico. How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today is actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
So, like, hear me out, man. I have an idea. What if I could write an anime? I have a whole little thing here that just because we were talking, I've came up with within like 15 minutes. Okay. I saw a kitty. If you don't care, can you heat up this for me?
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna sound real distant this episode, guys.
Oh,
I don't even care. This is not my spotlight today.
Oh man. Well, it's strictly because of the whole.
He conceptualized something in the matter of seconds.
And I thought it would be a great idea to kind of expand on it. And this also gives an idea for Kato to listen to my idea.
He was starting to explain it to me, and I said, hey, want to record this?
But so, like, we thought it would be a great idea if y'all wanted to listen, or heck, if y'all all thought that to give some advice.
Plus, we have the free time. It's 3:46 in the morning. We have the free time to record.
So, like, we're making sure y'all are getting some entertainment, because my anime, for one, we gotta have some bad bitches in this. You already know. Several bitches in this anime are gonna have to be looking bad. You gotta have some bad bitches in an anime. One, it's gonna help retain some attention.
The Mel following, the fan service.
Now, into the actual story of the anime, what I'm conceptualizing, I say that...
Do you want to preface that this was the goofy idea?
Yeah, this is a goofy idea, by the way, guys, of course. But at the same time, I could turn this one into a real... So, like...
I'm gonna say this to you. Let's just make High School DxD 2 with box mods.
So, listen, guys. My theory here is that we would essentially have a guy, a male character, come into play. Of course, I want a little bit of a scrawnier build. I want him to be a weaker guy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Light Yagami Death Note?
Huh?
Light Yagami Death Note?
Yes, perfect
Light Yagami Death Note.
That is a perfect example. Yagami Death. Now, what I want to do is, he's a middle-aged teenager, 15, 16 type deal,
Yeah. 15, 16-year-old. Man, I'm just waiting
for
him to get to the kicker of this shit because...
So he's 15, 16. He's routinely going to school, and as active in today's current age, vaping is all over. People smoke. You got a whole lot of different things going on. Well, this kid goes out of his way, and he's like, man, all my friends are smoking, whatever. I want to smoke.
I've already expanded on your idea. I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah. I said, I want to smoke. So he goes in, sold little Indian vape shop looking thing, ain't got no ID or nothing. He's 15, 16 years old. He stands real tall, postures his back in, essentially, eventually talks this guy in. This Indian guy doesn't card him. He gets the box mod, goes home. Now, he's home. He's got some juice. He's putting it in, man. He randomly takes the tag of this shit. Next thing you know, when he blows out, he's blowing out fireballs instead of smoke, right? So he's like, oh fuck, oh shit. So it's a whole nother weapon now. And essentially this box mod, I in detail, it's going to have a lot of different powers, but right now we don't know what it does, right? We just know, holy shit, he shoots fucking fireballs out of his goddamn mouth because of a fucking box mod. Now, that's awesome.
It's a one-of-a-kind box mod at this point in the story.
Yeah, 100%. So now he eventually put out the fire, everything, made sure everything's cool, whatever.
We're writing
I'll
a
have
pilot
to,
episode
yeah.
right now. We're not even just concepting the anime. This is a whole pilot episode.
Yeah. Well, like, it's kind of like a pilot episode. There's, of course, would be major adjustments. I probably could tweak the story.
Can I expand on the box mod for a second?
100%, man. Expand the box.
Okay,
mod.
think about this. I'm going to use Bakugan as an example. Not Bakugan, my bad. Beyblade. Beyblade is an example right now.
Yeah.
So in Beyblade, the Beyblades have a multiple tier system. There's weaker Beyblades, there's stronger Beyblades. Box mods would probably, in the world of vapes, be your stronger vapes. If someone's walking around with a little disposable that has these abilities, it'd probably be a lesser ability. These would be your lesser beings of the universe.
But now, he doesn't know that this is a thing.
Yeah,
See,
because this would
knows
just be
about-
like the small handful of individuals that just occurred with one, like a small syndicate.
Yeah. So, like, this is all random. And, like, this box mod was pre-used, you know. The Indian guy had got it, kept it for a little while, of course, ducked off shelf.
It was in a nice-ass old box.
Yeah, you know, we'll write up an origin
Looks
for
like a fucking wizard put it in a box type shit.
Fact. And essentially, you know, like, he now has to hide this from his parents, though. Because, one,
He's vaping.
he's not supposed to be vaping. Right? Two, it's not a vape. He realizes now he could cause some serious damage with the thing, and he's wondering, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this, right? So, he goes to school the next day, he's rolling through. Out of nowhere, he's in the middle of class thinking about what to do with this box mod. His best friend comes in, and he's like, man, I can't wait to tell him about this box mod, right? Because he has it in his bag. The teacher randomly announces, as everyone sits down, that there's a surprise search today due to recent nicotine involvement in the school. So he's now pulling their bags on top of the fucking desk, about to go and get searched out. Oh, my dude is tripping. He's tripping balls back here. He's like, oh shit. Now he's talking to his friend, hey man, we gotta get out of we gotta get my bag out of here. What do you mean? What do you mean? Of course his friend's asking, what's going on? He's like, hey man, I got some stuff. I can't get caught. And he was like, oh, you got some nicotine. Hey, let me hit some real quick. And he was like, no, now's not the time. So, essentially, now they're having to think, how am I going to get out of this big ordeal, right? And, of course, this is all within, like, the first chapter.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to play with here still. And I think, as we would go, the teachers and stuff, essentially, I think they're going to have to find a way out. And I think how they would do that, the friend is now going to punch him in the face. As a result. The friend decks him in his face, Ace, instantly, stating that he needs to get out of this. They are now upset. He asked him, why the fuck did you punch me in the face? He is now repeatedly getting punched again in the face by his friend, right? His friend is now just beating the shit out of him, essentially. The teachers and stuff, they're pulling him away. Well, he noticed that he gets pulled out of class with his bag, essentially not searched. He's then out in the hallway and taken to the principal's office with said friend. So they are now in the principal's office. He sets his bag on the floor. His friend goes, I did it. As they're in the principal's office. Now, of course, they're going to end up getting suspended. He goes home. He's having to explain all this to his mom, that somehow him and his friend got in some argument because he's lying, of course, not wanting to explain it all. Later on, his mom ends up saying just not to get any more trouble. There's been some hard things. He's had a recent death in the family due to a relative known as a grandpa that has passed. I'm going to let you know now, his grandpa was known for smoking a tobacco pipe.
Oh no.
Now
there's origin stories.
yes, as I said, I conceptualize a whole idea of this within 15 minutes. My brain is like crack sometimes, guys. If I give it something, it will run until I tell it to stop. So, now with this happening so far, of course, he's having to meet up with his friend to try to explain what the fuck he had to add and why they had to get suspended to avoid this so much, after expressing of how doubtful it is. So, of course, he shows his friend the box mod. His friend's like, let me hit that. He says, no, you don't understand. It's not a normal vape. It's not a normal mod. It's not going to do what you need it to do, right?
Bro's gonna look at homie and be like,
No.
"It got drugs in it, dog."
He starts laughing at him. Makes a few jokes, maybe cracks and goes, oh, what, did you put something in it, you know? His friend snatches out of his hand, instantly hits it. Smoke comes out of his mouth. like a normal mod. His friend's coughing. Oh, so much smoke, man. What the fuck?
Oh, no,
You've been
now
holding
it's
this
not
back
even
the
in
whole time?
mod, it's in the kid.
No. There's a whole.
I'm letting you go.
There's a whole connection now.
I'm just pressing
Because-
in dialogue.
Now it's a little suspicious. You're like, oh my god, this kid, he can't believe it. And in despair, he's like, oh, man, what? And he goes to hit the box mod, right? Just normal smoke comes out. Eventually, him and his friends just start to laugh, and he tells his friend he must have been on a nicotine high, goofing around, telling him he's never caught that type of buzz, so it was just a whole new feeling for him. And his friend they end up laughing, hanging out for the rest of the day, and he ends up going home later that night. And when he's sitting in his room, his parents are asleep, he's like, hey man, what if I just hit it? Like, you know, like it's a normal box mod now, but like, what if? Like, what if, right? So he got the box mod. He sat down on his desk, and he starts fucking with it, man. Starts going through the different settings, starts adjusting shit. He hits it, right? This time, when he blows out, he's now in a different location. When he blew out his smoke, he now teleported back to the field where him and his friends originally were. Essentially, weird misconception. You're like, what the fuck, right? He takes the hit of the same thing, he teleports back. Now he is teleporting due to his box mod. He's sitting here, he's like, I must have adjusted the setting, something, like something's going on. He starts messing with the box mod more. Well, essentially it dies, and he just can't wait to get to it, so he starts to charge it. Eventually it's just not charging, it's not turning on. So he calls it night, goes to bed, goes to school the next morning. Nothing really happens throughout the day. It's going to be kind of like a cutscene, come back in. He's back at his house. He was eager to check it because he left it on charge. And he also realized he had to get home in a rush because he left his mod in his room where his mother was supposed to clean his room. So now he's rushing back home.
Pilot episode really does go crazy. This pilot episode really
That's what I said. This dude, if I had an actual anime, this anime, the first episode is probably going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Because in anime, this will all go by so much faster.
Bro storyboarded a pilot episode like it was nothing. I would love to see him actually plot point this out. Just bullet point major plot points down and then right in between them.
Because I could. And essentially, I'll kind of cut it up so that way, like, I'm not giving too much detail. So if we do run with something like this, essentially, I'll tell you, he gets back home, the box mod's fine. He turns it on, he hits it, and now it's blowing out fire again, right? So he's realized now that his box mod has all these different abilities, and he's now assumed that it's due to the settings. And so it's something in his pocket at the time when him and his friends turns it on and off between a normal box mod and whatever the magic is coming from this box. So now that he discovered that he has this power, he's a little interested on what all he can do with it. So he takes a hike out and fights his friend, and he tells him he wants to show him something cool because he realized he's not gonna fucking fuck this up and show him the real deal. They go back out. He's gonna show his friend and some cool shit. He's gonna show him that it's off fire, and him and his friend now have this huge secret, right? And now, how this is gonna enter into an entire anime made from this point, because this is just an opening, right? To build off this, is what I'm going to leave at is that essentially they are going into once they have this secret, they're going to be like, oh, I have to keep it. And then while they're sitting here, they start to eventually want to help out around their neighborhood, like they think of themselves like, oh, making jokes, oh, we could be the neighborhood Spider-Man, like do this, do that, oh, superhero bullshit, right? Well, then, out of nowhere, bro gets kidnapped. Sack over the head. Him and his friend both. They end up just in this dark room with lights on them. And now they're being interrogated by an organization that is known for extraterrestrial, right? And they have this tracking device that pinpointed them to them about some waves of data that came through with certain type of extracurricular devices or something. And of course it's going to link back to the mod. And then it's going to have a whole origin about it. And there's a whole lot more I could do, but I'm trying not to go into detail. I'll probably will with you a little bit more.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today's actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico. How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today's actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico. How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today's actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
Off script, but I realized how in depth I was going, and I could probably ramble on for about a good hour. And I thought I'd cut it a little bit short. But so for the whole first
a Jenga
opener,
block, guys. If you hear the random clanking, I was kick flipping a Jenga block. I lost the Jenga block.
oh, that's fire.
It's gone.
Yeah, it fell in Boo's ass, didn't it?
Booze ass.
Yeah.
Why is
I don't know, man. Don't ask me. But essentially, this kid would eventually have powers that come from a box mod that they expected were from extraterrestrial by this governmental group, but ends up being just some organic power that originates from some form of gods in the past, and he's going to eventually have to battle through a specific group of individuals. That
now
also
making his version of the Akatsuki.
that have no, because see, this group of the individuals I am going to say is more like a I would refer it more towards a group. What's a good reference? Let's think. I'm trying to think of an anime that has something relative to it. You know, a type of group. Okay, Hunter x Hunter. Do you know the group that Isoka's a part of?
The Phantom Troop?
Yes.
You want to know who the Phantom Troop are directly compared to every time they're brought up?
Who?
The Akatsuki.
Word. Okay. So essentially, yes. Okay. You could. I guess you could. But like, I'm not necessarily. They're not going to be villainous people. But at the same time, they are a hidden group of members with extraordinary powers.
They have their
through
own beliefs.
a few different things. I think one of them is going to have a e-cigarette. You know, like some little bullshit e-cig with some bullshit
blue
power.
e-cig that they used to try to sell you on
when he hits the e-cig, right? When he blows it out, he's gonna have electricity.
Bro has to kind of look like Oreo.
Oreo?
Like nerdy, lanky.
Oh, no, I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm gonna be honest
If you
with
think someone with an e-cigarette, though, it would be like a hipster looking.
No. For e-cig, the type of dude I was thinking more of was like, he's gonna look like crackheadish. Tweaker.
I think you
like
give a real cigarette to that motherfucker.
No. Because essentially, the power's not in. Okay. This is more where I'll have to get, because if I give out this part of it, it's gonna give away parts of the anime that, like, if we would write it, it would fuck up and kind of give some shit away. Like bigger key parts.
I won't press on that.
Because essentially, where the power comes from.
1,400 now. We've been up 100 hits.
Yeah. Essentially, guys, we were looking at my box mod, and we were talking about writing animes, and I want to write a box mod because of it.
We went up 100 hits.
Anyway, but essentially, this group are going to have miscellaneous powers, and they're going to have different tools of their own that are going to have unique abilities, of course. They're going to be the thriving force here that works underneath the scenes. Now, as I said, this group is not necessarily a villainous arc. They work underneath the scenes. So what I want to orchestrate them is more as what we would say the Illuminati does. People compare Illuminati. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hidden messages, certain things. But for them,
Playing with our dab.
they seek a different type of peace, right? Their center of peace comes within a harmony of energy waves that they feel essentially, and that comes within in and out.
My lord needs to pump, but I don't have the strength.
But so what? Essentially, they vote on different things, do different things. Now, this group is going to have some very villainous acts. I want them to have done a few things that, although it's going to be considered mass genocide,
What the fuck?
they're going to believe to have done it in their best interest. You know what I mean? Like, for the peace of the world type sake, they believe in.
That's what the fuck I predicted under my breath in the beginning.
Uh,
I already knew this was going Auschwitz really quick.
oh man, this isn't even. Oh.
You said genocide. I can play with my words now.
It's rough, guys, because there's a lot that I would like to put into this, and then, like as I said, this is something that we would definitely have to tweak if we would ever do anything with, because this is something I conceptualized in 15 minutes.
We at 3:46 p.m. I looked at him and I said, "Hey, you should record this." And now it's 4:04 p.m. That's the time he's had to conceptualize this. That's it. That entire thing was conceptualized in 18 minutes.
But I think that there could be a lot to build off, and I think there's a lot that we could do with it. I think it would be cool. But it would be a goofy anime, once again, because, no offense, nobody is actually going to do power scaling off box mod nicotine like I would do with this one.
I am. I'm debating people.
Oh man, dude, this would be a crazy
Box mod
power
kill
scaling.
Goku.
Essentially, the box mod has a liquid you can put in it and make you go Ultra Instinct.
Box mod equal Goku? Question mark.
No, but there's a lot of things we could do. Like, because as I said, this box mod, as we've seen, has other powers. It's not like any of the other ones. It's also known to change powers. Everyone else's powers are set in stone, right?
Yeah.
So far already in the anime, we've accepted that there's a difference. One, he's a box mod. It's a box mod. What the fuck, you know? Two, he's changed the settings and noticed different things. We've already seen transportation of fire just within the first episode or first chapter of this anime that we conceptualized or manga. That means that for the power gaps, we could give essentially an unlimited number of powers for settings. You know, of course, we'd have to create a cap somewhere because the power could become unreal.
Like I said, box mod versus Goku.
Or this could be something.
Does
the
your
box
favorite
mod,
character beat Goku? Mine does, because I wrote him.
Dude, imagine, because at this point, we could also make the box mod to where it could be upgraded, right? Essentially get other ancient parts. Because box mods you can build, take apart, rebuild.
You guys might not have heard me say it earlier, but I no longer care. I just told him to make High School DxD 2 with box mods. I wasn't joking. It would sell.
Nah. There would be some other things, but I definitely think we'd
we'd
have to have a bad bitch come in.
The only thing that you take from High School DxD.
What is she hitting? Is she hitting a jewel or is she hitting a?
You think about what you see bad bitches hitting. It's always a
It's a
disco
blunt. She's hitting
or
a
a blunt.
She got she a cart. She got one of them carts, bro. She got a melt going on.
Nah, she got one of them fucking screw-on Benjamins.
She got a screw-on Benjamin. Okay, so essentially now our lady friend, her powers are gonna come from the Benjamin. And dude, we can write her as a stoner character too, so that way she has the cool collective. But it's that switch, right? When there becomes,
now it's just launch.
Oh man,
It's launch with a fucking Wait a minute. Why would she get angry off the fucking Benjamin?
No. She's ripping the Benjamin, right? Doing her normal shit. Like, she normally just rips the Benjamin because hers is also a little bit different. You know how you got the 2-click for the power up?
Yeah.
Well, she got 3 clicks, right? The 1 click is a normal Benjamin. The 2 clicks activates her power. 3 clicks creates her ultimate power. She's never done an ultimate power. But now she also has a blinker power now. if she can tag her card for the entire blinker, she can release a whole army
blinker.
of
like
shadow.
It's like a spirit bomb take up, like build up type time limit blinker.
Oh my god.
Where
Does that mean like when she blows out, like a spirit bomb level threat?
If it takes as long as to conceptualize as a spirit bomb, then it should be as strong as a bomb.
I have her power down now. See, you done gave me too much.
Brielle is probably listening to us like, what the fuck are they talking about?
So she has the Benjamin. She's essentially now going to be our badass mystical character that's randomly going to join in with Box Mod Man. I haven't created names. That's why I'm calling him Box Mod Man.
Yeah, that's trademarked. Fuck you.
Box Mod Man. But essentially, okay, so the first click, of course, as I said, it's going to be our normal Benjamin. Going to get her fried. Her second hit, right, when she's tagging it, is her powers. She can create anything, and I mean anything with her smoke, essentially. But now the effects of it, right, is that once she creates it, it now has a slower version, right? Whatever she creates is slower, naturally. Moving in time itself slower. So, like, if she can create a complete replica of herself, car, gun, pencil, anything, right? Sword, essentially.
But its restriction is it's bound by the laws of infinite slow movement.
Yes, it is bound. The downfall to her first move is it essentially can't move, right? Like smoke. It can't move, otherwise it disappears. It will eventually go away, you know what I mean? Like you turn the fan on, it's gone, type shit. So, essentially, her first move is very weak, right? It's all show. So, she's all talk, you know what I mean?
Well, hold on.
She can essentially use the smoke to create things, as I said, like swords and such, which can pierce.
Did you say anything?
Yes.
I'm running off of it real quick. I'm creating Goku, instant transmission, over.
If you create Goku, and Goku can't move...
he's going to be made in the instant transmission sign, so when he touches me, he doesn't have to move. We're just teleporting, and whatever the fuck's on the other side is getting fucked up.
Okay, got you.
It's just, you have to think about these things in way more detail, but, like, that's the detail. He's just already in the position for instant transmission.
Okay. Because essentially, as I said, she can make anything, but it cannot move, right? If something's in her hand, she can't throw it, essentially.
Perfect.
But
that gives me leadway.
Same thing applies. If she would make a clone, the clone cannot move. Because that's going to play a big part later on. That certain parts cannot move. Now, essentially, her second power, I believe, would be something a little bit different. I don't know if we should tell them, but I'm going to do it anyway. If so, anything, we could change it later. Change it, tweak it, whatever we got to do if we would do something like this. But essentially, her all-powerful, her strongest shit, her 3 blinks. Right? So, her 3 blinks is her standard strongest attack. And of course, I told you there's going to be a blinker, but with the blinker, it would destroy her Benjamin. I think I'm gonna involve that. If she would do a blinker, the result of the blinker, if it succeeds, destroys the Benjamin. So, essentially, of course, the blinker would be like a nuke. She would just, it's nuked. She's nuking whatever the fuck it is with a smoke bomb.
Vegeta boost sacrifice.
Yeah, type shit. That's essentially her blinker. Okay? Now her 3...
Even you, Kakarot, and just...
Her 3-click for her Benjamin is where it's going to really allow her. She can control smoke to the point she can make it infiltrate others' bodies and take the air out of them, essentially suffocating them. Right? So all she does, 3 clicks, takes the hit, blows the smoke out, and the smoke is now like a mystical shadow being of hers that aims, runs at you like a normal person, but once it touches you, soaks through your nose or your mouth, right? That's going to be a key point as well. Has to soak in through somewhere, like a nose or the mouth, to get essentially airflow. You know what I mean? Like, you have to breathe it in.
Yeah.
And once it's in, it takes all of your air and disintegrates you from the inside out. Essentially turning you into dust until you wither away within a matter of probably 10-15 seconds. So now she is a badass character that both can front you and fuck you up and nuke everyone.
If she has said nuke ability, that would imply that she dies at some point.
She might.
Said I have plans.
She might die, she might not die.
You get you give someone the Vegeta Boo suicide, they have to use it. Eventually.
No, I said, remember the Vegeta Boo thing? I said essentially her Benjamin would break. I never said what would happen to her. And I'm going to leave it at that. The Benjamin breaks is all I'm saying. Because if we write this, that's all they get to know. Because she might live, she might die. She might die and come back, or she might never come back. Or she may never be involved because I may never write this. Nobody will fucking know until I say so. But yeah, no. Essentially, I think she would be a pretty badass character. Especially as a hot stoner chick. I think we can make it work. I think she would be a main attraction, although she wouldn't be the main character. She'd have a really fucked up backstory as well.
You just watched Akame ga Kill. If you want explanations behind where this side character came from.
That's because there's... No. There's multiple animes with hot side chicks.
Yeah, but I'm sure watching Akame ga Kill, literally finishing it tonight, just...
No. That's not fair. Because the hot chick in Akame ga Kill is actually the villain. Okay?
Yes, but it's also, like, it's diverse. They have a diverse cast of hot chicks in Akame
Yeah, no. But the known for hot chick is...
Oh, yeah, no, Esdeath is just, like... People put tapestries of Esdeath on their walls.
Esdeath is fucking... I wish you would have treated me like him.
I would put a tapestry of Esdeath on my wall.
I would have been
no
a
shame.
good soldier.
I would have folded Tatsumi. You're a fool.
Yeah, dude. If I was Tatsumi, first time she brought me in the room,
she had me in the room vent leaning. I'd be like,
oh man, y'all don't even know what I just seen.
He saw me vent leaning. You don't know what I look like, podcast.
Listen, guys. I never want to see that again.
I said folded and pie. I understand where you're coming from, but I said I would have folded and she would have me vent leaning. That was my connection, but I understand.
Oh, I know.
I understand where you're coming from, too.
That's what was scary, right? Because I feel like she would be the type to be like...
No, I wouldn't let her do all that. I mean, I feel like... neither of us could stop her reasonably, but, like, I'm fighting for my life, at least.
Sadly, she'd probably ice whip you up. Tell you, shh.
Just freeze you to the bed.
No. She'd use her fucking... what is it called? What is it called? That freezes space and time.
I don't remember how to pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she would just... And you'd be like, oh! You'd come back, and it would be in your ass.
Would you feel it?
Yes.
I because, like, typically, for your brain to be aware of something, it has to, like, actively know what's happening. If you freeze time...
No offense, I think if you unfreeze and something is majorly gaping your ass, you're gonna notice your asshole's open.
I think for, like, the first second of the time strain, your brain's not gonna register it, so you're gonna, like, react, turn around, see her, and
you're not gonna be able to turn around.
You're gonna be able to turn around.
She's packing. If she's putting it in, she's packing.
Oh, for sure.
All 12 inches of ice.
But, like... You're, like, for that brief second of, like, your brain turning back on, you're probably going to try to turn your head, and you're just going to see her behind you.
Now they just have Esdeath in their mind.
Just glaring behind them.
Listen, guys, I don't even want to think of that.
Most of you will like it. Weird motherfuckers.
I don't want Esdeath behind me. I would be cool with Esdeath next to me, beside me, in front of me, not behind me.
I don't trust that bitch.
Because Esdeath is the person that takes what she wants, and I don't want that to be me. I'm okay if I'm laying with my wiener up. But with my butt up, no. I don't agree.
It's not a friendly conversation anymore.
I feel like Esdeath, I wouldn't have any issues.
Taker
I feel
of
like
cheeks.
she would, huh?
She would be the taker of cheeks.
Oh no, are you telling me essentially Esdeath could be the never stoppable Diddy?
What the fuck's stopping her?
That's why I said the never stoppable Diddy.
Exactly.
Actually, technically, Esdeath was stopped.
Yeah, but like, we pull Esdeath out, are we pulling Akami too? Because like, that's a conflicting group of people to have in the same room.
What do you mean?
If we put the hypothetical bringing Esdeath into the real life world,
Oh man,
does that mean
listen.
we're pulling them all?
No, the world can't handle all of them. But I would be. Okay. I would be okay with it.
I think Leone would be too much for the world alone. I don't think they'd be able to handle her abilities to just do what she wants with her body.
Agreed. So guys, anyway, hey, look at this.
We both started staring, like very distantly in awe for a moment. That's what happened. If you need explanation, Mr. Podcast Man, we're gonna put an ad roll in there because, yeah, it's a blank space.
Oh no, Bobby Jolo. Huh? Oh yeah. Anyways, guys, good talking to y'all. We'll talk to y'all later.
I actually have some stuff to say. It's more on an important note, so I'm gonna lean into the microphone and talk clearly. We appreciate the 200,000 views that we have on the podcast. It means a lot, and we're grateful for the growth and the development of this podcast. I never come and talk to the podcast directly because I have social anxiety, but we appreciate it. That's all.
Facts. Go like all of the socials, guys. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. Adios, amigos.
Prescriptions, copays, lab tests. Even with insurance, healthcare can cost thousands every year. But not for me, because I'm enrolled in VA Healthcare. My service was then. My benefits are now. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, Happy Friday! Then you check your phone quickly and discover today's actually Friday. So yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.